Morning, year two. How are you all? I'm Miss Marwa Aidel, your science teacher, and we are going to discuss a new topic, and this is the light and the shadow. First, let's revise the sources of light. You remember the sun? It's the natural source of the light on the earth, and we said before that the sources of light make the light. It means that the light come from it. You know that you should never look directly to the sun because the sun is very bright and very strong. Here, look at this picture. They are natural sources of light: the sun, the lightning, and the lava. Yes, the light comes from it, so they are sources of light. The second thing here is the man-made sources. Like what? Like the mobile screen, the candle, the torch, and the TV screen. The light comes from it, so they are called sources of light. Look at this picture: the sun and the earth and the moon. Which one here is a source of light? Can you answer? The sun is the source of light, yes, of course. And the moon reflects the sunlight, or the light come from the moon itself? No, it doesn't make their own light, but it reflects the sunlight. It reflects the sunlight. So some objects reflect the light. They do not make their own light. The light comes from a light source bounce of the object, so it appears to be bright. So, like the reflected light from the moon. Nice? Okay. There are some objects, shiny objects. Shiny objects reflect the light very well. Like what? Like the aluminium foil. It seems to be bright. The diamond ring, the mirror, and the clothing, the clothing here. The wearing at night, this protective clothing, right? So, some objects reflect the light very well, but not all the objects reflect the light, like the fabric and the wood. Okay, they do not reflect the light. The light travels in a straight line. The light cannot bend, and this is proof that the light move in a straight line. This is called the light rays. This is called light rays. So the light travel in a straight line, cannot bend, cannot be curly or something like this. The moving in a straight line hit the object and bounce back to us, reflects back so we can see things. You remember? Light and the materials. The light can move through materials. Look at this boy. He's looking through the window, right? And the window here is made from glass. And the glass is transparent materials, right? So he can see through it because it's sunny outside, right? So the light here can pass through the glass because it's transparent material. We can see through it. Like the glass, like the window, like the magnifying glass, I can see through it. The lights move from here to the other side and we can see very well. But some materials cannot pass all of the light. Some of the light only can pass through it and we can see but not clearly. Like what? Like this this glass, but it's not a clear glass, it's not a transparent glass. The light cannot, some of the light can pass, but not all of the light, right? We cannot see clearly, but I can see through it, but not very clearly. They are called translucent materials. These materials are called what? Translucent materials. So the first one is what? Transparent. We can see the light can pass through it, all the lights, but the translucent, some of the light can pass through it. And the third materials are called opaque materials. What the meaning of opaque material? Yet we said it before in year one in the properties of the materials. But the opaque materials, it means that do not allow any light to pass through it. Like this apple. And this is a torch. Can the light move through the apple to the other side? Can I see through the apple? No, because it's opaque object. Okay, I cannot see through it. It block all the light, so the light cannot pass to the other side, right? So no light can be here on the other side. They are called opaque materials. So we have transparent, translucent, and opaque materials. Here, this boy is called Joshua. He's blocking the light from the sun, and the sun is on his back, behind him. So, Joshua's body is opaque. What do you think? Or transparent? Can you see through me? No. I'm transparent? No. I'm translucent? You can see but not very well? No, of course, I cannot see through you. I cannot see through this boy. So his body is opaque material. So when the light is blocked, a dark area here is formed. Can you look to the picture? There is a black area down on the floor, right? So what does it mean? So when he stands here, he blocks the light from passing, so a dark area will form here. And this is are called the shadow. You know, anyone see before his shadow? Of course, right? So you know now how the shadow is formed. I need I need what? I need first a source of light, a source of light like this lamp, and opaque object like this magnet or any object, and a shadow will be formed here. So I need what? A source of light, opaque object, and the shadow will form it. Because an object block the light, I block the path of the light. I put it so the light cannot pass through it, so the shadow will form. Can you play this with me? Bring a toy and a torch, right? And I'm going to make the room very dark, and I'm going to use the torch and put the toy in the first picture here, near to close to the lights, close to the lights, and look to the shadow. The shadow will be very large, right? And when I put in the second picture the toy further away from the light, near to the wall, so the shadow will be very small, right? And when I put the toy in the third picture, a long away, farther away from the light, so very tiny shadow will form, right? So the size of shadow, it changes according to what? The distance between the object and the light source. When I make it in the first, close to the light, so the shadow will be very large. When I make it further away from the light, away, so it will be smaller shadow. And when you make it very farther long away from the light, it will be very tiny shadow. So please, can you try this activity, and you can take a picture from it, okay? Can you do it at home? Please tell me that you did it, okay? Also, we can make different shadow with our hands. Look at this picture. I can make a shadow from like the camel, elephant, bird, eagle, bear, and rabbit. Can you do it, please? Can you take a picture and you post it? Thank you, guys. You have to remember that to make the shadow, I need a source of light and I need opaque objects. Okay? Thank you, guys. See you soon.